Hello everyone, my name is the Retrodan, and today I'm here to do something different. I'm still here to talk about gaming, but mostly to talk about another creator. That creator is none other than Daryl Talks Games. Now, if you are someone who has been watching my content for the past year, you know that a lot of my content is regarding my backlog. The games I play for the first time and showcase on the channel are games that I have always wanted to talk about and leave my mark on them here on the channel. If you didn't know, one of my biggest inspirations to making my own backlog series were mainly two creators, which were Rasputin and his monthly played series, but most importantly the very well crafted 3-episode series now, backlog videos from Daryl Talks Games. And Daryl is somewhat of an interesting creature because his capability of describing games and making them so emotional to the point where I get emotional for games that I had never even heard about is something that needs to be highlighted and praised by not only viewers but other creators. And although I think his videos are very good, I sometimes feel the downside of them because I honestly cannot praise enough how good Daryl can portray emotion through his videos when it comes to video games, and that's something I want to do in my channel but have been struggling with for the longest time. As much as I try to write the most emotional scripts and translate them into video, there's just a spark of passion that lacks whenever I try to put it all together. And watching his most latest video got me thinking about what was missing from my creative process and my gaming in general, since in most recent times I've been trying to take a different perspective when it comes to gaming to make it less formulaic and to have a more passionate way of approaching them to then encapsulate it all into great content on my channel. And I got to thinking what differed me from him. He plays games like I do, he tries to clear his backlog like I do, but we both have a different perspective. Now, for the past few years, I've been creating content around trophy hunting, which is something that I've never seen Daryl talk about, but trophy hunting and backlog hunting or clearing are two hobbies that are most of the times near each other or grouped together because completionists tend to not only focus on things on one game, but tend to maximize or min-max the entirety of their collection. And I think that by doing this in the past few years, I've been cutting myself out of a bit of enjoyment and impact that games should have been having on me that they have been losing in the past few years. And I get this mind boggling confusion in my head every single year when it comes to the end of the year part, because I start thinking how I want to approach games in the following year or 12 months and how it's going to reflect my personal life, depending on how much time I have to play, how many games I have to clear. And I think that Daryl actually has the best way to approach it, which is having no plan. Having no plan is way better than having a plan. And I think it's something that reflects very well on his backlog videos and why it pulls so many people to it, because those videos are pure and raw emotion towards gaming. It feels like sometimes, despite his being his entire life playing, it still feels harsh emotions from games because he goes into the unexpected. There's no formulaic approach to every single game, no checking trophy lists, no researching the game before playing it, and just that kid-like urge to play a new thing and indulge yourself in universes that you didn't know and stories that are going to mess with your mind for however much time they feel like new and impactful in your life. Because that's what we're looking for when it comes to games. We're looking for those impactful moments and stories that mess with your head in real life and make you want to chase that next hit when it comes to gaming, that next best story that will have you talking with your friends about how good this game is and why you need to play it because it's so good. And that's what I've been looking for and missing. Ever since I discovered the likes of achievement hunting and trophy hunting, I've been a very much goal-oriented gamer and person, and I'm someone who cannot escape the trap of being formulaic on how I approach every single experience. I tend to research, I tend to know a lot about the stuff I'm getting into, and not do impulsive stuff when it comes to gaming in general, because I like to be the most informed and optimize every single one of my experiences. And sometimes I honestly wonder if it's time to ditch all of this and fight those completionist urges in order to get better experiences. Because by not missing out, I understand that sometimes I am missing out. And change in life is always good, and I think that for 2025 that's what I'm going to do. I want to have more experiences, I want to share experiences with people, and most importantly, I want to play games and talk about them on YouTube, because as sad or good as it sounds depending on the perspective you have on the hobby, gaming is one of the most important things in my life, and it's something that I really cherish more than a lot of stuff that maybe you value that I don't. Gaming is a safe space for me, it's something that I'm knowledgeable about, and I love to the very core of my being. Fighting an urge to what basically is ruining gaming for myself. I want to take more of a surface perspective when it comes to this hobby. I want to be someone that enjoys things for what they are, that doesn't have to constantly try to deconstruct every single game in the experience to put them out as a checklist on a big list of either trophies or backlogs. I want to take a more relaxed pace when it comes to 2025. But this was all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about how this new Daryl Talks Games videos is really good and got me thinking a lot. And I will be coming out with a video talking about my ideas for 2025 in the near future. But that's all I wanted to talk about for today, and I've had this in my system, so I had to make a video on it today, even though I had already posted a video today as you're watching this. But yeah, leave a comment on what you think. I will leave the video from Daryl in the description. But other than that, this has been the Retro Den, and I'm out.